Welcome all of you. Today we discuss about the next topic, and topic name is the modification of crop microclimate. In this topic we discuss about the what is meant by microclimate, also what is meant by crop microclimates. Also we discuss about the which factors are responsible to change the climatic or microclimatic condition in various region also, or in case of crops. uh, the microclimatic condition of the crop it also changes by the different weather parameters or different elements. That means microclimatic condition is depends on which factors. In this content we are discussed in this topic. So firstly we discuss about the what is meant by microclimate, and after that we discuss about the crop microclimate. So first one, microclimate. So for here microclimates means any climatic condition in relatively small area, in relatively small area, not a large area, small area, within a few meters or less above or below the earth surface, and within canopies of vegetation, it is known as the microclimate. Microclimate means any climatic condition relatively small area within a few meter above the earth surface or below the earth surface, and within the crop canopies or within the canopies of vegetation, it is known as the microclimate. In simple words, microclimate means the climatic condition up to 2 meter height from ground surface or below the ground surface. It is known as the microclimate. Keep in mind, in simple language, microclimate means the climatic condition up to 2 meter heights from the ground surface or below the ground surface. It is known as the microclimate. In scientific language or in scientific meaning, the microclimatic means any climatic condition in relatively small area within a few meter below or above the ground surface, and within the crop canopy means from root system to the height of crop. This is known as the microclimate. That means here microclimatic means this study only the weather parameters up to 2 meter height from ground surface or below the ground surface. Meteorological or weather elements like temperature, humidity, also wind, rainfall, also in case of soil temperature, etc. weather parameter are studied from ground or below the ground surface up to the height 2 meter. This is known as the microclimate. And this microclimatic condition is depends upon the temperature gradient as well as the humidity gradient. The temperature gradient means change in temperature with change in horizontal distance. Also in case of humidity gradient, change in humidity with change in place. It is known as the temperature gradient and humidity gradient. That means here the temperature as well as the humidity of the different places is different. That means the microclimate of that region or of that particular places, it is a different. And the study of this microclimate, it is necessary for the existence of variety of life from a variety of life forms, because although a single species may tolerate only a limited range of climate, so this is important to study the microclimate. So this is about the microclimate. Now next, what is meant by crop microclimate? Crop microclimate, that means study of climatic condition from the root system of crop, from the root system of crop to the height of crop, or to the top of the crop. That means from root system to the upper part of or top of the crop, the study of different weather parameter for a longer period, this is known as the crop microclimate. In simple language, crop microclimate, that means the study of climatic condition, study of climatic condition from the root system of crop to the height of crop, this is known as the crop microclimate. So this is about the crop microclimate. And this microclimate in generally ground surface, or also in case of crop, the microclimate, it depends upon the various weather parameters or various factors. And these factors are the first one, temperature; second one, humidity; next, wind and turbulence; dew, frost, heat balance, evaporation; soil type, soil surface reflection characteristics; water absorption, absorb and retain characteristics of soil; vegetation; and site of expose of soil. So these are the different factors. That means the microclimatic condition is depends on that element or on that weather parameter, as well as the soil related or crop related characteristics. So how this microclimate depends upon these weather parameters or this different crop characteristics or soil characteristics. So in that, first, temperature. In case of temperature, suppose this is the surface area or this is the crop area. So see here, in case of crop, see here, only maximum solar radiation is reaches on that crop, and here due to cloudy condition, less solar radiation reaches on the crop. So here, in comparison of maximum solar radiation and minimum solar radiation, if maximum solar radiation reaches on the crop surface, at that time maximum utilization of solar radiation, that means here, due to occurrence or receive of maximum solar radiation, temperature of that region or in this crop, it is increases. That means the canopy temperature is increases. But in case of this crop, due to the cloudy condition, less amount of radiation received or received by the crop, or less amount of radiation reaches on this cropped area. So temperature of this area or temperature of canopy, it decreases than this condition or this crop. Like that, humidity also changes. That means we know humidity, it is inversely proportional to temperature, or temperature, it is inversely proportional to humidity. That means temperature increases, humidity decreases. That means here, due to receiving of maximum solar radiation, temperature is increases and humidity is decreases in this region. And in this region, due to cloudy condition, minimum solar radiation is received, so temperature is decreases and humidity is increases in crop canopy. That means here the microclimate is also changed due to the humidity and temperature. Also next, in case of wind and turbulence, turbulence means mixing of the air. And in case of wind, here, if wind speed is increases, evaporation rate from this crop, transpiration rate from this crop and evaporation rate from this ground surface, it is increases, that means totally evapotranspiration rate is increases when wind is increases, when wind is increases. Also, in case of turbulence, turbulence means mixing of the air. And about significant effect of wind or also significant effect of turbulence we are discussed already in the topic wind, that means the importance of wind in agriculture. At that time we discuss about the turbulence. And due to turbulence, that means due to mixing of air, those carbon dioxide are present in atmosphere. These carbon dioxide are mixed with air due to the turbulence, that means due to the mixing process, and maximum amount of carbon dioxide is provided or supplied to the crop. And due to maximum availability of carbon dioxide, the photosynthesis rate is increases in the crop than the normal condition, and biomass production is also increases than the normal condition. That means here, due to increasing of air or due to increasing of turbulence or wind, the microclimatic condition of this crop region as well as the ground surface is changes than the normal microclimatic condition. So this is so or like that, the microclimatic condition, it is changed due to the wind and turbulence. Also, in case of dew, if dew is formed, on the leaf surface of the crop, and this dew, it is deposited also on the or fall on the ground surface. At that time, ground is become cool due to release of water vapor or heat from the ground surface. That means here ground surface is cool and upper surface is hot. That means here occurs advection, here occurs temperature inversion, that means increasing temperature with increasing height. So this dew is also responsible to change the microclimatic condition. Next, frost. In previous lecture also we discussed about the frost. Frost means water vapor is directly converted into ice particle due to sublimation process. This is known as the frost. And due to occurrence of frost, the solar radiation reaches on Earth's surface is reflected maximum due to white color of the frost. So this frost, it is also responsible to change the microclimatic condition. Next one, heat balance. That means how many solar radiation is incident on the Earth surface and how many solar radiation reflected back to the Earth surface. This also responsible. That means maximum solar radiation reaches on the Earth surface. That means maximum solar radiation absorbed by the soil. At that time, temperature of the soil is, that means Earth surface is increases. If the less amount of radiation reaches on the Earth surface, at that time minimum reflection is maximum reflection occurs and temperature of the soil, it is also decreases. Like that, this heat balance, that means heat balance means inflow and outflow of solar energy or radiation on the Earth surface. This is known as the heat balance, and this heat balance, it is also responsible to change the microclimate condition of the region, also any vegetation area. Also, in case of evaporation rate increases. At that time, humidity of the atmosphere is also increases. That means humidity evaporation is also responsible to change in microclimatic condition. Next one, types of soil. In case of types of soil, I think all of you you know about the types of soil, like a sandy soil, porous soil, loose soil, dry soil, etc. I think you study in soil science SSAC 111 about the types of soil. Here, types of soil is also responsible to change in microclimatic condition. If the soil is dry or soil is Dry soil, that means soil is black color soil. Black color, that means clay soil. The clay soil or black color soil absorb maximum solar radiation and reflected less solar radiation, that means soil become a black body to solar radiation when color of the soil is black. And we know black body, the black body means the body which absorb the all incidence radiation, reaches on the all incidence radiation. So here the black color soil absorb maximum solar radiation and temperature of the soil is increases, that means the microclimatic condition of this region it is changed due to the types of soil. Also in case of soil surface reflection and characteristics, that means see here clay soil, that means black soil, and sandy soil. In case of sandy soil, having reflectivity is maximum and having reflectivity is less. That means here black soil or clay soil absorb maximum solar radiation and sandy soil absorb less solar radiation. So the microclimatic condition of clay soil and sandy soil is also changes due to their reflectivity characteristics. Also in case of water absorption and retained characteristics of soil. Retained, that means water holding capacity. Water holding capacity of soil. In case of water absorption retained capacity. Also take the example of sandy soil and clay soil. The clay soil having water absorption capacity or water holding capacity is more than the sandy soil, and sandy soil having a water absorption capacity and water holding capacity is less than the clay soil. That means maximum amount of moisture is available in clay soil and minimum amount of moisture is available in sandy soil. So here due to presence of maximum amount of moisture, those radiation reaches on the clay soil, it is absorbed maximum than the sandy soil, because the maximum amount of water is available in clay soil, and we know the heat capacity or specific capacity of soil water is 1. That means 1 gram water to heat required the 1 calorie, and soil require the 0.2 calorie energy to heat it. So due to the maximum amount of water present in clay soil, the microclimatic condition of this clay soil region it is changes than the sandy soil. Also in case of vegetation, that means the comparison between bare soil and vegetation, that means canopy content soil, that means the forest area and fallow area. In case of bare soil or fallow area, due to the deficiency or absence of the vegetation, that means the crop, the maximum radiation receives on the earth surface and soil is heated. And in case of vegetation area, this vegetation area, that means see here the crop is receive or absorb maximum solar radiation and minimum solar radiation reaches on the earth surface. So here the evaporation rate is decreases but transpiration rate is increases. That means the climatic condition of that region, that means microclimatic condition of that region is also changes due to also here in case of vegetation crop like a groundnut. If groundnut crop is present or available on the crop, this groundnut crop cover the totally cropped area, total ground area, and due to cover this ground area, the effect of rainfall, effect of temperature is reduces, and due to reducing the effect of temperature, evaporation rate is decreases. Also the control the effect of rainfall, that means here erosion of the soil is also decreases. Erosion of soil is also decreases. That means the microclimatic condition of that vegetation area is controlled by the crop, and the microclimatic condition on bare soil is not controlled due to the absence of crops. So like that, the microclimatic condition of bare soil and vegetation crop or vegetation area, it is a different. It is a different, that means due to availability or presence of vegetation, the microclimatic condition is also control of change. Next, site of exposed soil, like that vegetation area, how much area is exposed or how much soil is exposed, on that how much area is exposed and how many area, sorry, how much area is exposed, on that microclimatic condition is depend. That means if area is, suppose this area is maximum exposed and this area is covered with crop, and that means here effect of temperature, also effect of rainfall, it is high than the this area. How this effect we are discuss in case of vegetation point. So these are the different factors on that microclimatic condition is depend. Also in case of soil topography or earth topography, here in case of earth topography, see here in case of orographic rainfall, in orographic rainfall we discuss here, suppose this is the mountains or this is the mountains, here sea surface area, that means water bodies here also present, and when this sun, one man army, that means sun, primary source of energy, this sun reaches maximum solar radiation on that part, that means here low pressure belt is created, then this area, because this is the shadow region, that means here shadow is occurs and here maximum solar radiation is reaches. Due to this factor or due to this region, that means here low pressure area and here high pressure area, the wind blows towards the low pressure area, and during wind blowing or air blowing towards the mountains, these mountains is become an obstacle to the horizontal movement of air, and air goes towards earth surface, and when these airs or air molecules become saturated, the clouds are formed, and due to formation of clouds, rainfall is occurs after condensation, and when this air is goes towards the leeward sides, this is the windward side, this is the leeward sides, when this wind is blowing towards the leeward side, at that time the temperature of this air is increases, that it becomes, that means it becomes dry and descending air, that means it is become dry and goes downward direction, and due to decreasing their increasing their temperature, that means they becomes dry, and due to become a dry, the rainfall do not occurs on this side, and so this side it is known as the rain shadow region. So rain shadow region, like that the microclimatic condition of the same place, it is changes due to the change in their characteristics. That means here due to maximum solar radiation reaching, that means the temperature of this region is high, and due to high temperature, here no rainfall is occurs. So like that the topography of earth, it is also responsible to change in microclimate of that region or of that place or a topography. Now the next discuss about the microclimate of a region. The microclimate of region is defined by the different weather parameters or different weather condition, like the temperature of that region, also moisture or humidity of that region, also wind of that region, and or atmosphere or near to the ground surface. That means the temperature, humidity or moisture or wind of the atmosphere near the ground surface, also the vegetation cover, that means the crop area, also the types of soil, also latitude, also altitude, that means elevation, and the season of that region, it is also responsible to change the microclimatic condition of that region. So here see about two soil types. Suppose this is the wet soil, or this is the cropped area, or this is the dry soil. In case of wet soil, in case of wet soil, when radiation reaches on the earth surface on that wet soil, due to presence of crop, or also due to soil become wet, that means maximum moisture or maximum water is present in this soil. Due to maximum availability of water, maximum rate of evaporation is increases. That means the evaporation rate is increases. That means maximum evaporation is occurs. And due to increasing evaporation rate or promote evaporation, the humidity or atmospheric humidity of that region is increases due to the maximum evaporation rate. Evaporation means loss of water in the form of water vapor from the soil surface or water bodies, and due to the evaporation, the atmospheric humidity is increases of that area. So this is about the wet region. In case of dry region, in case of dry soil, this dry soil, after receiving the maximum solar radiation, they become crushed. They become, that means surface of that soil is crushed, that means the broken. I think if you मला वाटतं तुम्ही समर सीझनमध्ये जर शेतामध्ये फेरफटका मारला असेल किंवा शेतामध्ये गेला असाल, तर त्यावेळेस तुम्हाला जाणवलं असेल की बघा नांगरणी केल्याच्या नंतर किंवा नांगरणी करण्याच्या अगोदर जास्तीत जास्त सूर्यप्रकाशामुळे, म्हणजे जास्तीत जास्त उन्हामुळे काय झालेले आहेत, त्या जमिनीला भेगा पडलेल्या तुम्हाला दिसल्या असतील. तर हे कशामुळे होतं, तर हे त्या ड्राय कंडिशनमुळे होतं, म्हणजे त्याच्यामधला ओलावा काय होतो, निघून गेलेला असतो, इव्हपोरेशन रेट जास्त झालेला असतो. तर या ठिकाणी मला काय सांगायचं आहे, तर ड्राय रिजनमध्ये ती जमीन काय होते, तिला छिद्र पडलेले असतात जास्त उन्हामुळे, आणि त्याच्यामुळं काय होतं, त्या ठिकाणचं मायक्रोक्लायमॅटिक कंडिशन काय होते, चेंज होते. तर अशा पद्धतीने हे मायक्रोक्लायमॅटिक ऑफ रिजन. तर दुसऱ्या पद्धतीने जर पाहिलं तर मायक्रोक्लायमॅटिक ऑफ रिजन, इन केस ऑफ मायक्रोक्लायमॅटिक ऑफ region, the hydrological cycle also responsible to change in microclimatic condition. That means here we can take the example of the dry region, or take the example of Marathwada or Vidarbha, or also take the region of Konkan region. So in case of Konkan region, the sea surface it is present, that means sea are present. Also the mountains, different mountains, also vegetation are present, or maximum vegetation, sea surface and mountains are present in the Konkan region. So due to these factors, the maximum precipitation or rainfall is occurs on the Konkan region. But in case of Marathwada region, in case of Marathwada region, here less amount of water body, that means there are no sea surface, also less amount of mountains, or also less in vegetation area. Due to these factors, the minimum rainfall is received in the Marathwada region or Vidarbha region than the Konkan region. That means due to presence of this factor, that means mountains, sea and vegetation, these are the responsible for evaporate or transpirate the water body in maximum intensity or maximum amount in the atmosphere, and this water vapor at a condensation level, the water vapor is converted into water droplet, and due to heavy weight of water droplet, maximum rainfall is received or occurs in the Konkan region than the Marathwada region. So these factors, it is also, that means hydrological cycle, it is also responsible for the microclimatic condition change of that region. Also next, in case of soil formation or weathering of rocks, due to the heating or warmth of the soil, the rocks are breaks and their weathering is started, and due to weathering the rock is converted into soil. Or also in case of scope and importance, we are discussed about the formation of soil. Suppose this is the stone. This stone is break due to the receiving of maximum solar radiation or due to the high temperature, and after rainfall is occurs, this broken the stone, it becomes separated, and after their small fragment are separated from each other, and they become the soil, and this soil is also transferred from one place to another place by the wind, by the wind. Like that the our microclimatic condition or modification of crop microclimate or microclimate, this topic is over. Thank you.